What if I told you about a Chinese dissident with 8 names and passports from 11 countries, possibly a spy, who fled to China, infiltrated Trump's inner circle, orchestrated a $1 billion swindle, and ended up facing the FBI's wrath? Brace yourself for a jaw-dropping, twist-filled saga you won't believe is true. A chameleon-like figure who shapeshifted between 8 distinct personas had masterfully crafted an image as a titan of wealth, a brave truth-teller, and a fearless opponent of Chinese oppression. Yet beneath this carefully constructed veneer of legitimacy lurked a web of deception and criminal enterprise. This year, his house of cards came crashing down spectacularly. A federal jury shattered his elaborate facade, finding him guilty on 9 counts, including securities and wire fraud, racketeering, and money laundering, crimes that had left a trail of victims and drained more than $1 billion from unsuspecting pockets.
Of victims of more than approximately $1 billion through fictitious businesses and other online schemes.
His deep-rooted connections to the Trump administration cast a long shadow over his career. Their faith had been cruelly betrayed by a calculating con artist who had orchestrated an elaborate charade, siphoning their funds to construct a monument to excess, a sprawling 50,000 square foot palace, a gleaming $3.5 million Ferrari that purred with privilege, and a magnificent $37 million yacht that cut through the waves with the same precision he had used to slice through their trust. But the jury, armed with the truth, guided by evidence, had torn through this carefully constructed veneer of nobility. Now, as reality crashed down, the specter of spending his remaining days in a cold prison cell loomed ever closer. The enigmatic figure who infiltrated Trump's most trusted ranks remains the subject of intense scrutiny, having orchestrated a staggering $1 billion deception that ensnared both seasoned investors and devoted followers alike. How did this master manipulator climb his way into the former president's innermost sanctum? The Chinese government, increasingly wary of his growing influence, began closing in, armed with allegations ranging from financial crimes to violent felonies. But Guo proved too elusive for capture. In 2015, he orchestrated his grand escape. Fleeing China with his fortune, America would become his new theater, where he would craft an even more intricate web of influence and illusion, setting the stage for his most ambitious performance yet. Ensconced in a breathtaking $67 million Manhattan penthouse, Guo surrounded himself with priceless artifacts and lavish mementos. The shadow of the Chinese government he had dared to cross loomed large over his newfound American sanctuary. Paranoia gripped him so tightly that he maintained an ever-present security detail. Guo remained a shadowy figure to his neighbors, a mysterious presence ensconced behind walls and protected by an ever-present entourage of silent attendants. With the creation of a Twitter account, he unleashed a torrent of incendiary accusations against the highest echelons of the Chinese Communist Party, painting a damning portrait of corruption. His bombshell revelations sent shockwaves through the political landscape as he systematically exposed the alleged transgressions of some of China's most formidable power brokers.
What we understand is that Interpol has already issued a red notice for criminal suspect Guo Wengui.
The Chinese government's retaliation was both fierce and immediate. They utilized Interpol's global reach, securing a red notice that demanded Guo's capture and return to Chinese soil. Their accusations painted him as a criminal mastermind, a perpetrator of bribery, kidnapping, fraud, and even rape. With Chinese authorities closing in like predators stalking their prey, Guo executed his most audacious gambit yet, a desperate bid for political asylum in the United States in 2017. His incendiary rhetoric against communist rule and explosive allegations of Beijing's malfeasance found eager ears among Trump's inner circle. He deftly maneuvered through Washington's corridors of influence, cementing particularly potent alliances with conservative heavyweights. Most notably, Steve Bannon, the enigmatic former White House puppet master, and Roger Stone, the notorious Republican operative. His entrepreneurial empire flourished as he launched ambitious ventures, a sprawling media conglomerate and a cutting-edge cryptocurrency platform among them, which magnetized vast sums from both wealthy Chinese immigrants and right-wing American power players, eager to align themselves with Beijing's most notorious critic.
Hope you found it interesting. If you did, there's much more to come. Stay tuned for part 2, coming soon.